everyone. Welcome back. It is halftime, and we are on week number 3 in our parenting series called Expect the Unexpected. And I am super excited to talk about what we're going to talk about here today. So we're going to kind of flip the words around a little bit as we better understand what it even means to expect the unexpected. So first couple weeks, we talked about this idea of buying the truth. And we used the Monopoly board as our example. And the first few laps around that board is a little bit what it's like to parent our kids those formative years of their life. And as parents, we only have like one job that we can do. We can't control everything. There's a lot of unexpected things that can happen in the game of Monopoly, but the one thing that we must do to give ourselves even a chance at winning is we have to buy. In the game of Monopoly, that's buying property. In the game of parenting, it's called buying the truth. And Proverbs 23:23 says that very clearly, buy the truth and do not sell it. And as parents, what does that look like and how can we do that? We'll unpack that here in a few minutes. But today, one of the best ways that we can expect the unexpected is to accept the unexpected. That's what we want to talk about. How do we expect the unexpected? The best thing we can do is to accept the unexpected. Might seem simple, might seem obvious, might not even seem that helpful, but I actually think it's a very profound discipline that we can have in our lives as parents as we try to train our children to be successful in life and to live a life that we would be pleased with. And so the way we can do that is by a couple things. One is through simply being thankful. And that's something that we can be in control of. And so there's a verse in the Bible that in 1 Thessalonians 5:18 that says, "In everything give thanks, for this is the will of God in Christ Jesus." And there's only a handful of verses in the Bible where it explicitly says this is the will of God. And here's one of them. In everything, in all the unexpected things that can happen in the day or in the week or in a lifetime, all those things should give us pause to give thanks. And so we've developed a phrase in the Varney household that goes like this: things tend to work out best for those who make the best of how things work out. And so what we've acknowledged is that we aren't always able to control how things work out. However, things will work out best for the individual who makes the best of how things work out. That's just something that I'd like to pass on from me to you. It's something that's been helpful to us, especially been helpful to one of our children who will remain nameless at this point, but you know who you are. So there's a really helpful verse for us as parents, and it's in Philippians 4:6. It says this: "Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God." And so there are so many decisions and problems and situations and circumstances that cause us all sorts of worry, all sorts of anxiety, all sorts of stress. And we feel like life and death are in the balance, and it's a real feeling. One of the lasting legacies that we can impart to our kids is not all of these unexpected things and how we solve them. It really has a lot to do with how we respond to them and how we accept them and what we do with it. And so acknowledging that we might not initially have the answer, but that we're going to give thanks in all things, and that we're going to take this to God. We're going to not let anything cause us to worry, but we're going to let everything cause us to pray. And the family that prays together stays together. You know, pray when you feel like praying, pray when you don't feel like praying, pray until you feel like praying. These are the kind of things that I think that we can impart to our kids that will have a lasting impact as they see a mom and a dad who isn't perfect. They struggle through things. They try to process the situations, the unexpected elements that come their way. And yet there is one thing they can control, and that is their attitude and what they do with that as they take those things to God. And so what can we do as parents? We can accept the unexpected. We can give thanks for the unexpected. we can do our very best to not worry and stress and freak out over things that happen in our lives. And then ultimately we can pray about it. We can pray and give thanks for those things.